today we're going to talk about these 3 totes behind me because they're 4 years old, but we've got a story, Kitty and I, to tell you about these totes that make these amazing, and I wanted to share that with you. Hi everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and it's almost evening. The sun's going to be down soon, but it's been so warm. I thought I'd do a really quick, touch on these totes. Come here, Kitty, you want to join me? These are 3 green storage container totes. They're big ones. They're about 30-gallon ones. She thinks I'm going to give her something. Oh my goodness. That I bought at a thrift store. Here, you want some kale? Just give you a little bit of kale. That I bought at a thrift store in 2017. And I set them up. They were a little bit further back, and all we did was slide them over and move them a couple years ago. But I want to talk about containers for a moment because there's been a few of you that said, oh, you can't grow in them, or it's only going to last a year and they're going to fall apart. Well, these are amazing. Not only are they going strong, they're not cracked, they're doing fantastic, and they have all these plants in them. That's not even the story I'm going to talk about, but they are going strong. They drain well, the holes are above, so I don't have any problems with tree roots in here. And they're just, they're like the greatest thing to grow in. I mean, they cost me $1.99. I think I found the tag on them. If you buy them new, I think they're about $10, the 30-gallon ones. I'm flabbergasted. I don't really talk that much about them, and you think, well, what's the big deal? Okay, so they're 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. They're 4 years old. They were set up I have the video from 2017, how I set them up and collected leaves and kitchen scraps. There was everything in here. There were rotting tomatoes and oranges and tangerines from the trees rotting, everything I threw in there and just piled it in. And then I planted in there. Why do I look at this as amazement? Because I haven't done anything with them since 2017. Kind of like I talk about my driveway totes. What am I going to do with them? What am I going to plant in them? I've got tomatoes coming up all over the place, and walking onions are still growing, and just all kinds of things are coming up in there, and celery and garlic chives. Well, I haven't done anything with them. And when I say that, I haven't even refurbished them. I haven't put anything else in there. I set them up in 2017. I set them up 4 years ago with all that stuff. And then I planted in them. What did I plant? I planted my mushroom plant back here. A little plant I got from the nursery. I planted some celery. I planted lemon verbena. I planted some kale in here. I planted garlic chives and walking onions. Some of these are the same plants from 4 years ago. I was looking at it a couple months ago and I realized I haven't done anything with it. I might have stuck a cutting in from my dinosaur kale that I've got growing over there, my old dinosaur kale, and so it's kind of taken off with all these trunks. The lemon verbena, I got that half price in a little pot all dried out, so they sold it to me half price because it was off season. They kind of go off season, they lose a lot of their leaves and then they come back kind of in the spring, late spring. These plants, this is 4 years old. This one's 4 years old. Now, the walking onions, they're 4 years old, a lot of them. The garlic chives are 4 years old. The celery, I'm not 100%, but if they're not 4 years old, then it's from all the seeds, and then they reseed, and the strongest one grows. I've got some dazzling blue kale over there. I've got more walking onions back here. I haven't done anything. So not only have these cheap storage containers, these cheap totes kept going, these 3, I haven't put any work or effort into them other than watering them. I didn't top anything. I might have fed them. I make my own food, so I might have watered them with some of the compost food that I make. I've got a video up on that. I'm going to even make another video on it because that's just utterly amazing. And the plants love it. It's nature's food, but I haven't added to it, so it might have been higher up and it sunk down, but the leaves, when I see leaves, without thinking, I pick the leaves off. She thinks I'm giving her something, Kitty. I toss them back in. So I've been building up the soil without even thinking about it. Just going in and cleaning up and thinking, oh, there's some powdery mildew there, and you know, maybe this is beautiful up here. And this just all went to seed too, the dinosaur kale, so it's going to make a comeback now because all the seeds are gone. And I throw it back in. That's what nature does. She drops everything. The leaves turn brown, yellow, they fall, and they cover the ground, and they build their own soil. There is nothing better than building your own soil from Mother Nature. I mean, I have found this to be magnificent. There is nothing wrong with buying soil either. You have to buy soil to start. I mean, when I started this garden, I couldn't garden in our soil. It's just clay. And I had a few things growing in the ground, and then Gary got his wood chips, and I did go and buy a whole bunch of bags of potting soil, the cheapest potting soil I could find, and that's how I started. And then I started making my own. You know, as you grow your own plants, you create your own soil. And so now I buy sometimes a little bit to get seed started. I don't know if I did buy a little bit this year to get seed started, or maybe on new containers just to put on the top to speed things up. You don't have to, but you know, sometimes I do that. But here I haven't added any potting soil. I haven't added any wood chips from the ground. I haven't tossed anything in there. She thinks I'm talking to her. And it's been doing it all by itself without my help. The only help I give it is I water it a couple times a week. I wanted to share that with you. So if in doubt, will these storage containers last? Oh, they'll last. I've got more that are also 4 years old without a problem. The big secret, if you want to call it a secret, is don't let them dry out. If you've got them somewhere and you're going to plant in them and you've got them out in the elements, you don't have them tucked away in the house somewhere, then make sure when you get soil in there, start watering it. Even if there's nothing growing, make sure the soil is taken care of as if you've got growing plants in there. You want to just use it for composting. Just collect all your yellowing leaves and just throw it in there and let it pile and pile, and that's fine, but hit it with a little water. You need, water is life, so you want to make sure that the plastic stays soft, and if it stays soft, it won't crack, and then it will last for many years. I suspect these will last for a good 2 or 3 more years without a problem. I mean, they look fabulous. What's the worst that's happened to them? Maybe a little faded. Maybe they're a little brighter green, but otherwise, I'm not touching them. They're not moving from here. Everything is just doing what it's supposed to do. So give it some thought if you're not sure how you want to grow, because this has been great. You know, I'm not dealing with any gophers. So gophers, we have gophers. They can't get in here. Gophers come up, they hit the bottom, they turn and leave. They can't go through plastic. Rabbits can go in there, and generally they don't bother if there's something else on the ground. You can tool it if you need to. I could tool this if I didn't want the birds to get on it. You have so much control when you're working with this is a raised bed. It's just a small one. So instead of, let's say, getting a great big raised bed and figuring out all the squares and how much everything's going to be separate and where you're going to plant them, you're going to think about each tote and plant each tote separate. And plant a few plants. This one's got a dinosaur kale. It's got this giant lemon verbena in there, and it's got walking onions. That's enough. I wouldn't put anything else in. Layer it. I put them in pots as well. I drop a pot in there with a bunch of holes on the bottom, so the pot will let the roots come through from the plants. And plus, it always holds water. So if I don't water this for 3 or 4 days, there's always going to be water under pots that are in here. This one's got a pot here too. This has got a little broccoli plant. But this one I just sat here. It was sitting somewhere else, and I brought it over here and just sat it in there. Here, I think the mushroom plant may be also in a pot that I put in there 4 years ago. It's been 4 years. The walking onion in the back is in a pot. But otherwise, like I'm saying, these are fabulous, fabulous items to grow food in. They're all generally a 5 or 2, which is food grade. Your coffee containers and your cottage cheese containers, all the food you go, yogurt containers, go look when you go to the store. There'll be a triangle, and there'll either be a 2 or 5. That's food grade. Well, if you pick up these, it says the same thing. In other words, Nothing's going to break down on these unless they get to over 180 degrees. We're not getting 180 degrees. Don't worry about the color. You can use any color you want. I wouldn't go with anything clear because clear ones let the sunlight go in there and it does break them down quicker. They won't last more than a year or two. But the solid colored ones will last for many, many years. You can get any color you want. You can grow in black. Think of the nurseries. You go to any nursery in the United States and 90% of their pots are black. And so black is perfectly fine. It doesn't heat up anything. It's beautiful. I've got black totes all over the place. I've got flower pots that I grow in that are black. So you pick the color you want and then think about it. Try it if you're new and if you think, oh, I can't garden, it's too hard. Start with one tote at a time. But I will warn you, there is a problem that will happen. And I hear it from so many of you. And I know it, I've got the same problem. You can't stop with one. I guarantee you, if you set up one, you're going to end up setting up more and more and more. And some of you have come to me to tell me you have 50 storage containers now all over your properties full of plants growing. And you can rotate too. You want to just let the plants die back and throw them back in there and water them and keep going with other plants. You could do it any way you want. You can set up colors. You could go with the grays and the black. It's mind-boggling on these because I've talked so much about it. A raised bed that you buy for about $130 is 3 small totes. Not these, 3 small totes. You can get the small totes that are 18 gallons for about $5. You can get these for 10 and you can catch them on sale cheaper. You can't beat that. And then you work with one at a time, especially if you're new. If you're just starting, you can work with one storage container at a time. And you set that up to the way you like it. And you don't have to worry about how much potting soil you're going to use because you're only setting up one. You can't set up a great big raised bed and just set up one plant because if you try to do that, the soil's going to fall all over and everything. Others have come to me and said, oh, I can't do a big raised bed because it costs $150, $200 to fill it. It does. It does. It costs a lot. But when you work with a bunch of small ones, you're going at your pace. And it's fabulous. I can't say enough good things. I wish I had stocks and totes. But really, I don't need stocks and totes. I got these totes stocked all over the place growing food. And that has been the greatest thing. And not only is it growing food, it's growing my own soil. So I've got nature's soil. Don't we, Kitty? Nature's soil. So I hope I've given you some thought on how long these will last for. And they do last quite a bit of time as long as if you keep them out in the sun, as long as you water them. Keep the soil in there damp. If they're going to be empty, move them out of the sun. But if you're going to have soil in there or you're going to be composting in there, make sure you hit it with water. If you're just going to put leaves or branches in there just to store it, then get them out in the sun because they'll dry out from the sun. But when there's soil in there, that water just keeps everything the perfect temperature so it doesn't break down. So with that, I hope it gave you some food for thought. And think about it. I haven't planted in here in 4 years and these plants are still going and I am not changing anything now. They're just in their own ecosystem doing good and they're going to stay that way. So with that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Say bye. You want to say bye? Just, why are you talking to me and not giving me anything to eat? Bye-bye. I want to roam around. Amazing. Self-seeding, the celery. Isn't that something? This is a mushroom plant. Yeah, she says, I don't know. I've never tried it. Isn't that cool? That's a mushroom plant. That's what it's called. Look at the sun's almost gone. We're losing our sun. You have any suggestions on how I should introduce these totes? Do you have any thoughts on it? I don't know what you're thinking. You like it now, because you know what? You don't like the sun. You don't like when it's hot. Okay, tell me what you think I should talk about. She doesn't care. Amazing. that. You see? That can come off. Just take that off. This is what I've been doing without even thinking. Going through here, thinking, there's another one. And then without even thinking, I've just been putting it back. No thought to any of this. You got a bad onion, a baby onion on it, nothing. Just put it back there. I don't have to turn it. I don't have to do anything. I just drop it in there. Leaves, onion leaves. Doesn't matter what I put in there. I put everything back in there. Except if there's baby walking onions. Then I hold on to those. But there's no baby walking onions yet. Yeah, all this, it's just going to dry up. You think, oh, well, it's hard. It's celery. No, it's just going to dry up. And that's what I just keep doing. Been doing this for 4 years without even thinking about it. Even the mushroom plant. Isn't that cool? What have you got? What'd you find? Oh, you found something. She found the collard leaf. Look at that. She's going to go hide because she thinks I'm going to take it away from her. She can't eat that much. She's going to hide over there. Look. She won't know I've got it if I hide over there behind the gray tote. You don't want to overdo anything, even a good thing. So we take some of that away if she gets too much. That's what she had. She found the kale leaf. Now she's back to another one she found. How many kale leaves did you go pick? Yeah, this.